Well, good Sunday morning. We are literally 24 hours away from Progress Chapter 170. Wrestling never sleeps. Of course,
No, it doesn't.
I'm your favorite American. I'm Sean Burkhead, and I have a very special co-host this week because David the Smart Mark is vacationing in Mexico. So Charlie has nicely volunteered to join me for
Hello,
this
hello.
preview of Progress Chapter 170. Wrestling never sleeps. Charlie,
Hello,
hi.
hello.
Thank you for coming on to this show. How are you doing?
I am fine, yes. I it's a very, very busy week obviously over here. I was in Cardiff on Wednesday for the AEW tapings. Um, so yeah, everything is all go here at the moment. It's basically the equivalent to a WrestleMania weekend. Um, there is literally shows going on everywhere. But right now we're here to talk about progress.
Exactly, Charlie. And I'm happy that Progress has their show on Monday. They are going to be the last show everybody remembers. And this
Yes,
card is freaking stacked. We got 8 matches with a main event being Luke Jacobs versus Kid Lycos. It's the return match for the Progress World title. We're going to get onto that match later in the show. But, Charlie, match of the evening is G Money versus the man representing 01. 2-1 is Man
there
Like
we go.
Darius, the gentleman that I want to see head towards that Progress World title eventually. So, Charlie,
Yeah.
how do you see this match playing out?
Well, Gene has gone from a good boy to a bad boy. Recently beating Danhausen, the last chapter. You would like to think that he would like to continue that momentum going into what is basically the biggest weekend within British wrestling. But beating like man like beating man like Derice is no small feat. He's not just a rapper. He knows how to do it in the ring, and he's ridiculously athletic. So there's no room for jokes here with G Money. He has to get down to business.
Yes, I feel like Man Like Darius has a very good opportunity here to get another victory underneath his belt. So it may take G Money do some underhanded things to come out on top of this day, but
Correct.
I'm picking Man Like Darius to win this match. So,
Ooh, okay. I was gonna go for G Money, but sorry, Derice.
well, Charlie, we'll have to see who is right about that. Let's go on
Yeah,
to a debut, as we're going to have Marcus Mathers make his debut for Progress Wrestling, and it's no small
incorrect,
task. He's
incorrect, incorrect. That is incorrect.
uh,
He made his Progress debut in the US at the Philadelphia show in April. This is his UK debut though, so that you've got that half right. Um, but yeah, he's great.
and he's taking on Leon Slater, who easily is one of the best
Yeah,
talents out of
yeah.
the UK. And by some reason, you're sleeping underneath a rock and haven't seen a Leon Slater's match. Why?
Leon Slater, I would go even further. Not just say that he's one of the best talents in the UK. He's one of the best talents in the entire world. And the
Fair
guy
point.
is so young. He's so
Charlotte,
young. I watched him wrestle Takeshita when he was 17 years old, and he hung with him. That is the type of person Leon Slater. It does not have a bad match.
exactly. I've never seen a bad Leon Slater's match.
Exactly. Exactly. You always come out talking about Leon Slater, but I've heard after seeing Marcus Masters in Philadelphia, I am looking forward to everybody in the UK seeing what Marcus Masters can do, especially against somebody like Leon Slater.
Yes, I think this could be possibly a match of the night sleeper candidate here. And anytime
Absolutely,
you see Leon Slater named on the field, you need to check it out. And I'm going with
absolutely.
Leon Slater to win this match.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. You can't bet against Leon Slater. I'm sorry, Marcus Mathers, but you cannot bet against Leon Slater. These these two though are incredibly young. People like they discard it. They have some 99.9% of people have got no idea how young these guys are because they're just that good.
Very true. And I gotta say, this needs to open the show up. I feel like if you're gonna open the card up on
Yeah,
Monday, Leon
yeah,
Slater is a fine choice to open the show
correct.
up.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree. That is one way of getting your car you crowd on the side. Yeah,
Very
within 3 days,
That is a very, very busy weekend for one Leon Slater.
which makes you think that someone like Marcus Matters has got the even though he's had the long journey up from the US, he has the advantage because he's not got the match miles on him for that weekend.
Charlie, that's a
This,
very fair point. Wrestling
yeah,
one time, even though you're coming over with that big long trip from the States to the UK,
yeah,
I mean, he may surprise a lot of Leon Slater fans and get the upset victory here, if you want to call it an upset victory.
yeah, exactly. So for the uninitiated, right? This weekend, Leon Slater is wrestling Dan Maloney. He's wrestling four other people in a scramble match up at Revolution Pro Wrestling with El Fantasmo, um, a guy from CMLL, basically a massive scramble match, which will take the toll in yourself anyway. And then you've got to go into this match on the Monday with Marcus Mathers, who in a way will be completely fresh.
Oh, I would have been tapping out at Dan Maloney because if you have not seen Dan Maloney wrestle,
Yeah,
dude, that is not a way to start your weekend. No, thank you, sir.
no, no, and unfortunately, following that match today, I have just seen Slater was pile driven on the apron by Gabriel Kidd.
Oh, that
So
dang
you,
Gabriel kid.
yeah, you will have to think that will play to Marcus Mathers' advantage.
Quite literally could possibly be, Charlie. Let's go on to the next match because the next match we're going to be talking about is a grudge match. And I'm using the word grudge match literally here because it's Eddie freaking Dennis versus Tate Mayfair. And for Tate Mayfair, it's put up or shut up time because he's got the match
Yeah,
he wants. Now he needs to deliver.
absolutely. But here's the thing: the people that think that Tate Mayfair can't deliver clearly have been living under a rock. He is holding the TNT World Title. He is the Hustle World Champion. He is the Riot Cabaret, one half of the Riot Cabaret Tag Team Champions. So it's not like he can't go.
Very true, Charlie. Me being the person been driving this Take Mayfair buzz for like the last 6 months, I'm excited for this match. And David, yes, of course, I'm going to take my Tate Mayfairs as he finally going to prove that Lucky 80 Dennis was unfortunately very lucky at Super Strong Style 16 day
I
two.
agree. I agree. I was really, really shocked when Eddie beat Tate at Super Strong Style by what people would call underhanded tactics, whether you like it or not. He got him by his tights.
Very true,
It's
Charlie.
clear as day. And
Hashtag.
if that was Tate Mayfair that did that, people would be scratching their heads, saying that he'd taken the easy way out. But yet, with Eddie Dennis, he's seen as a hero. But you see from the last chapter, the two of them came face to face, and it became very, very, very personal.
Exactly. I mean, like Eddie knows he can't beat Tate, so hey, let's be a tag team. I'm like, oh no, 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 we don't need that. Nah.
No, no, we don't. No, we don't. Um, but yeah, I think Tate's got this.
I do too, Charlie. I feel like this is the moment a lot of people are going to have to say, Tate, we were wrong. You
Yep,
are greatness.
yep,
And this
yep,
is going to be his moment.
yep, yep. Completely, completely agree. It's time for people to stop underestimating Tate Mayfair and wake up and smell the coffee.
Let's go on to the next match we have on the card. Now, this is a very interesting 6-woman tag team match as we have Team Nameless Samuels versus Team Kanji.
Mm,
Charlie, this
yeah.
match is going to be interesting because you have 6 ladies who have a lot of different experiences with each other. And I got to say, I like Nia Samuel's team a little bit better than I do Kanji's team.
Well, here's the thing, right? And this was obviously this was changed into a 6-woman tag match very, very late on. I think it was about 5 days ago or something like that.
Yeah, because
Um,
originally this was supposed to be like a tag team match with Kenji
a
having a
tag
mystery
team,
tag team
yeah,
partner.
yeah, yeah. And who was it? It was Debbie Keitel, wasn't it? That came to her aid, which I wasn't expecting, to be completely honest with you. So that's nice. Um, but yeah, the thing with Nina Samuel's team, in particular with her and Lena Cross, is they have complete experience as a team, especially in Japan. They
Very true.
were tag team partners in Stardom, so they have got very very good experience as a team. The LA, well, the former LAE, now the experience are trying to find their feet. Sky Smithson and LA Taylor. Um, they're looking to eventually go for tag team gold. Uh, so you want to think that on the way to that, they want a victory on the biggest weekend within British wrestling this year. Um, so it's an interesting one. Who will get the upper hand is the big question.
True. And my big question about this is can Kenji trust the experience? Because they just recently
Mm,
became good. They still have a long history of not being the greatest partners in the world,
especially with Kanji.
especially with
Kanji,
Kanji.
yeah, yeah. Kanji has a lot of problems with the what was the Lana Austin experience. She can't sing,
Yes.
by the way. Lana can't sing. Um,
No, no, no.
so yeah, so you've got to think maybe some of those traits from the former team are still there. We don't know that this is a test for them to sort of prove otherwise, but we'll see.
Let's move on to the next match as we have the Defy World title match coming up. And we have
Yeah,
Kenta versus Ricky Knight Jr., which might be one of the best matches of the weekend, no matter what
this is
company you
massive.
have.
This is massive. This is huge. Ricky Knight Jr. again has got a hell of a weekend. Um, today at the time of recording, he is facing, I think his name's Zodia, one of the Japanese guys from Revolution Pro Wrestling, who recently gave him a concussion up at York Hall, so he'll be wanting revenge for that. Um, and then he's got to go into this match with one of the most dangerous people in the entire world in Kenta. Um, I would not want to be him this weekend.
Yeah, I agree with you, Charlie. Facing Kenta is going to be a very interesting challenge for Ricky Knight Jr. But I'm going with your home countryman. I'm going with Ricky Knight Jr. to defeat Kenta here.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
that's
know. I'm
that
going. I'm
that
going out on a limb. I know. I understand, Charlie. I am.
that is a bold prediction. Like, oof, ooh,
And and
fair play.
and trust me, I understand. I've been a fan of Kenta since before his NXT run here in the
Yeah,
States.
yeah. He's Noah run. He's run with Noah, and yeah, he is quite unbelievable. Um, but Ricky Knight Jr. calls himself the killer. Let's see if he can kill Kenta. Well, not kill Kenta, but kill Kenta's Defy World Title reign, which is, I think, you might have to correct me if I'm wrong, the longest world Defy World Title reign in history.
I think you're correct. We'll go ahead with the assumption. If we're wrong by some checks, just leave it in the comments and we'll apologize later.
I'll have the promoters text me later on when they see this and tell me that I'm completely wrong. But yeah.
Okay, so we're moving on to the Progress Tag Team title match. It's Sanity versus the Smoking Aces. And grab your popcorn, strap your seat down because this is going to be nothing more than a pure six brawl.
Absolutely. Axel Tischer will be wanting revenge after the last show where the Smoking Aces basically came out dressed as a bunch of old blokes, old men, um, and then decided to attack Axel Tischer after his fantastic match with Mike D, who's another fantastic athlete, um, who I'd like to see more of. Um, and you've got to think that he will want some revenge against the Smoking Aces after they attacked him after that match. And they will be at full strength with Big Damo now in the building. So I don't think those titles are going anywhere just yet.
I don't think so either, Charlie. And first of all, the last two people on this planet I would want to piss off
Yeah,
is the Axeman and Big Damos. I'm like,
correct.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I would rather go find me a cliff somewhere and jump off. I'd rather do that first instead of, oh, hi, Axeman and Big Damos. Let me just attack you from the back. Yeah, that's a
yeah,
plan.
no, yeah, no, no. Yeah,
Uh,
I think we're gonna get a retain here.
unless, unless we get a surprise and maybe the Smoking Aces have somebody come with them and help them
Mm,
cost Sanity the tag team
yeah,
titles. Because
that's a
they used to run with somebody that we haven't seen in progress in a while, and who
oh
ever
yeah.
knows when he returns. You know,
Hmm.
the certain Lord and Savior of professional wrestling's
Yeah.
Spectre Bay was
Mm.
his name, I think.
Yeah, Spike Trevay, the vulture of European and independent wrestling. Uh, One of the longest reigning Progress World type champions of the modern era, at least, um, who tried his very best to not give in to Kid Lycos. Obviously, he fell to Kid Lycos in the steel cage. But you have to remember, like, all the sadistic things he did to Cara Noir. Cara Noir we haven't seen since um, the steel cage steel cage match that he had with Spike. Um, so maybe the characteristics that they've learned from Spike will carry on or carry through to this tag team title match.
True. I'm looking forward to this match. If there's one match on this card I'm looking forward to, it's Sandy versus the Smoking Aces.
Absolutely.
And we're up to our second to last match that we need to preview. It's the Progress Women's World Title match. It's Rio versus Cesar Martinez. And Cesar Martinez is saying that she's been overlooked. She's turned this new leaf. But Cesar Martinez, you're across the ring from Rio, the most dominant female wrestler on the planet.
Yep. There is nobody in the UK in the world that's doing it like Rio at the moment. When I was in Philadelphia, she was wrestling match after match after match for the Tokyo Joshi Pro, and then she wrestled for Progress, and she was going on and on and on and on and on, and it was unbelievable. Like, her determination is completely unmatched. But as far as Session Moth Martina goes, she's tired of being like the happy-go-lucky, um, dancey, let's have a beer type of person, and she's taken matters into her own hands and basically turned her back on the fans, and said that she has been within Progress for a very, very long time, and it's time for people to respect her. And if people want to respect her, then she has to beat Rio. And you know what? I think she might.
Boy, Charlie, you're going out on a limb because I got a lot of faith in Rio. If I had to pick one match that where I would have put a large sum of money on the
Ooh,
victor, this would be my match. I'll be like, I'm taking Rio. You give me whatever odds you want. I'll be
you're
like,
putting
here's my
all the
money.
chips on Rio. You're putting
I'm
all the
going,
chips on Rio.
Charlie.
Mm.
Pardon the, Charlie. Pardon the pun. I'm going all in on Rio.
It had to happen at some point.
True.
Yeah, I, honestly, right, and the only reason I am betting against Rio here, right, is I have never, ever, ever seen Session Moth Martina like this,
See,
ever.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued about this new change in Cesar Martinez. I
Yeah,
want to see how this plays out. And
yeah,
maybe the
correct.
change in attitude could be the key for her success. And can you imagine the electric ballroom when the announcer announces your new Progress World Champion
Ooh,
is
no.
Cesar Martinez? You'll be able to hear
Yeah,
a pin drop.
yeah, no. They won't be happy with that. They would not be happy with that. But sometimes things don't happen the way that you want them to. And I think that might be one of those situations, especially with the new belt, with the new title that was introduced at the last chapter. You've got to think that Session Moth Martina wants her hands on that.
And it's a very lovely title. I love the white letter belt. Looks pristine. It's great.
Absolutely.
Well, Charlie, we made it to the last match on the card. It's It's going to be the main event. It's the Progress Men's World Title match. Luke Jacobs versus Kid Lycos. It's the return for the last chapter. And if you were unfortunately a little late to the last chapter getting your snacks and stuff, Luke Jacobs did not do you any favors. It was over in a heartbeat. And
Yeah,
Charlie,
yeah,
you better get your snacks ready because I feel like we're going to get a repeat.
yeah. I don't think Luke Jacobs is going to be messing around here. He has said very, very explicitly that he is not around to uh, give you the 5-star classics or anything like that. He's here to beat people up, get paid, and leave. And that's
Very true.
exactly what he did last month. Um, within less than 10 minutes, you would
I remember.
expect you would expect a main event to go 20 minutes, something like that. I did hear on a podcast a few days ago that match went about 9 minutes 25 seconds, bell to bell,
Charlie,
less
I
than 10
literally,
minutes.
Charlie, I literally went downstairs to try to get me some snacks and a cola and come back up because I'm thinking, oh, they're just getting started. I get some
Done.
time. I'll go get me some snacks. I did it, and I came back up and I saw the lariat. I'm going like, it's over. I'm like,
It's
what?
done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah. They
I
one of my favorite things, right? They released a promo uh, for the pre-match, the words of Kid Lycos, and they captured the faces of the people in the room when that 3 count hit, and it was incredible.
it was pure
The,
shock.
the shock, the pure shock on people's faces. But
And
here's my thing, Luke Jacobs. Right, I've seen this guy from his very first match as a trainee, and I'm talking in a trainee school uh, in Manchester in the UK. I sat and I watched his first match. And from there, I thought, yeah, this guy's got something. And that was 6, 7 years ago. Now look at him. He's untouchable.
he is a very sure fate. I've been a fan of his from the very start of my run with Progress back in the pandemic. And this is see how much they put stock in him during Super Strong Style 16 and building that Larry up as a finishing move.
He was the Atlas champion for a very, very long time, beating Jonah Rock, who's now Bronson Reed within the WWE, to win the Atlas Championship at the Atlas tournament 3 years ago now, I think it is. Um, so yeah, it's very, very hard to bet against Luke Jacobs.
Okay, let's look at it from Kid Like Us. In order to beat Luke Jacobs, I feel like Kid Like Us needs to go back to who he was a few years ago. Somebody who's willing to bend and break the rules just enough to win.
Correct, correct. The Kid Lycos that we've seen the last couple of years has wanted to pander to the fans. Uh, he's very explicitly said that this is no longer for the fans, this is for him. And at this point, I think he's finally trying to take this seriously.
I am still looking forward to this match coming Monday. And literally, when this comes out on the replay on Progress Demand Plus, I will be sitting down and watching this match.
Correct, correct. So will I.
So, Charlie, if you had to pick one match out of this to be the match of the night, which match would you pick?
For me, a main event is there for a reason. It's a main event for a reason, which is why I would go with the main event, especially because each competitor have their own reasons why behind the reason why they want to be the winner in that situation. Um, but we'll see, because that entire show is looking ridiculously good.
Very true, and I'm still kicking myself in the butt for agreeing to work on Monday, but I needed to. But I will watch this
Mm,
on the replay. Charlie, thank you for being on Radio Free Professor Wrestling and help me do this preview for Chapter 170. Wrestling Never Sleeps. Where can we find you on the Super Information Superhighway?
yeah. So my Twitter is at Charlie Criver 6. So that's Criver is CROTHER 6. Um, the links will be somewhere.
And of course, you could always follow us on our Twitter account at Radio Free PW. Also, the same for Instagram, or visit our website at radiofreepw.com. and enjoy your weekend of professional wrestling. Once again, thank you, Charlie, for being on Radio Free Professional Wrestling.
No worries.